Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite part of my room, and that is my vanity. I think the vanity is an exceptionally important part of any woman's room. I see a vanity as kind of like an altar to beauty. And when I found this beautiful, beautiful vanity at a place called Construction Junction, I definitely had to take it home with me. I felt connected to it immediately. As soon as I got it here, I had to start decorating it and making it my own. So today I'm gonna talk to you guys about what's on my vanity, where I got things, and just kind of talk about this area in general. So without further ado. The first thing that I should say is that everything I show you in this video is considered to me to be part of my vanity, even if the objects mentioned do not rest on that piece of furniture. I feel like this entire wall of my room, including the Chinese cabinet and the nightstand with the Klimt painting and the books, are all included in what I described as the altar. They all contribute to the fullness of the ritual that I complete every day, the ritual of getting ready in the morning. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video is going to be the vanity itself, the piece of furniture itself. I got this vanity for $75 at a place called Construction Junction, which is a building materials surplus store, and it's dinged up quite a bit, but it still is fully functional. And the mirror, which was the most important thing for me, is not cracked, and there's no residue or oxidization of the mirror itself, and the reflection is perfect. So it pretty much just stole my heart. I love the color of the wood. I love the beveling of the mirror. I love the shape of the mirror and how long it is. You're able to almost see at a distance your entire body, which is wonderful. And it's just well crafted. It's a beautiful piece of furniture. It has a lot of character to it. And so there are lights too that I decided very last minute to put all around the mirror. And I thought it reminded me a lot of like New Orleans. It reminded me of boudoirs. It reminded me of showgirls being backstage. And it kind of tied everything together perfectly. And of course, where I sit is this, also a recent addition, a wonderful caned rattan stool, and it highlights all of the lighter features on the cabinet and some of the flowers and the paintings that are surrounding the vanity. I saw this at Home Goods, and I think I got it for like $40, this stool, and I love how it brings a island feel. On the vanity itself, of course, I have lilies. I make it a point to have fresh flowers on my vanity. I just adore lilies. I love them so much. Usually I would prefer white lilies. I almost never get pink lilies ever, but something just compelled me to get these pink ones. Lilies are just such a voluptuous plant to me. I love how they smell. I would almost consider lilies to be kind of an aggressive flower, the way that they bloom and how succulent they are. Like, they're just such a wonderful representation of youth and vitality, and I love them. Right below them is going to be my lamp, and on the lamp is resting a Chinese hairpin that I got at an antique store in Kauai, Hawaii, about a year or so ago. So there are a few things on my vanity or in the area that were given to me by my grandparents. The absolutely gorgeous Shinosuri cabinet, the two laughing Chinese figures that are on my vanity, as well as the statue of Aphrodite, which are all very, very precious items to me. My grandparents had a lot of really, really beautiful things in their home, and I was fortunate enough to have some of them passed down to me. The next thing that you're going to see on my vanity are oils that I use for my face and for my skin. I talked about how my vanity is a sacred space for me, and getting ready and oiling my skin is one of those sacred ritual acts that I perform at my altar to beauty. And right next to it, you'll see a very, very small vessel of perfume that I almost never wear. It is from Kindred Black. It's called Aphrodite's Arrow. and I only use it for very special occasions. Now, on the right side of my vanity, where more of the clumped up objects are going to be, you're going to see something that I thought was very funny, and it's a Dolly Parton saint candle, prayer candle. I found this at a store near my house, and I really couldn't leave the place without buying it. It was $14, this candle, but I don't really light it very often. It's mostly just for decoration, and I just find it so comical because I do love Dolly Parton. I love her hair. I loved her outrageous outfits, her bursting femininity, her worship of the town trollop and all that. I adore the woman. Next to Dolly Parton, you're gonna see some old perfume bottles. You're going to see lipstick. You're going to see some more Kindred Black items, oils. And of course, you're going to see this small vessel from the Museum of Jurassic Technology in Los Angeles. It's in Culver City. I highly suggest anybody to visit. But this receptacle holds the blotter or the dabber for the Aphrodite's Arrow perfume, as well as some dried, very, very, very small roses. And then on the inside, it is inscribed, "The world is bound with secret knots." All of the ceramics that are produced by the Museum of Jurassic Technology are very collectible, are very well designed and just beautiful, and they obviously have a very old world appeal to them. Even further to the right, you're going to see a lot of art books. Here I have Dali, I have Gustav Klimt, I have Francis Bacon, I have a book of erotic artwork, and I regularly leaf through them. And they are holding in place a Gustav Klimt portrait that I got whenever I was at the Nui Gallery in New York, which is a gallery that is solely dedicated to the secessionists and Viennese artwork and the work of the Wiener Werkstatt. All of the artists and artisans that participated in the Vienna secession, or any like-minded people that were in Vienna at the turn of the century, are very, very important figures in my life. Underneath the nightstand, you're going to see a pair of heels. They are Saint Laurent, but you know a girl never pays full price for her shoes. Not me, I do not. These shoes I got for maybe $140. They were in perfect condition too, but I have to say they don't look very nice on me. Yeah, they do look nice. They're a very architectural shoe. They're very severe, I'd say, in their form. So I like to kind of have them sit around as almost like an art piece until I decide to just sell them when I can work up the courage to do such a thing. So lastly, we're just going to travel over to the left, and we're just going to talk about what's sitting on top of the chinoiserie cabinet. Of course, you're going to have more books. The most important one here is going to be one resting on top. It's called The Great Fires by Jack Gilbert. That's a current read, and it's really spectacular. Behind the books, you're going to see a jewelry box. This jewelry box is supposed to really be for doll parts, but I absolutely adore the patina on it. I love the vines that are painted on. I love the gold accents. It's, again, in pretty shit condition. A lot of my items are, but I've never really minded that very much. As long as they're like relatively functional, I don't care about some pieces of paint or something chipped off. Behind it, of course, is the Aphrodite sculpture that was given to me by my grandparents. It was accompanied by a statue of Apollo and Daphne, and behind it is a Dali painting. The Dali painting I actually got at a thrift store for maybe $10, and it came framed like that. At this point, I'd say it's almost functional in its use. It's kind of just sitting there looking pretty and blending well with the surroundings. But yeah, there you have it. That's my vanity. I feel like my vanity makes me as happy as it does because all of the things that are accumulated in this area of my room have been accumulated over years and years and years of my life. And I feel like they're finally coming together in harmony. And that's really the best way to describe it. And of course, I'm coming to this vanity every day to brush my hair, to draw on my eyebrows, to do my makeup, to prepare myself for the day. And I'm surrounded by beautiful objects. It's the first thing that I witness in a day. I don't think there's anything more important to me than that. Some people like a cup of coffee. Some people want a cigarette when they wake up. Some people need to go on a run. Some people need to see the sun shining through their window. But for me, it's this vanity. It's sitting at the altar of all of these beautiful things. And I've talked sometimes about how being near beauty makes you beautiful. And that's kind of how it feels. I almost feel that I'm absorbing the beauty of these objects by being near them and witnessing them and caressing them and interacting with them every morning. There's something to that for me. I hope I was able to make that make sense. Again, the vanity is a sacred space. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching this video. Thank you for clicking on the thumbnail. If it interested you, please do not forget to like and subscribe as always. And I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.